Hello everyone, welcome to Crown Biology classes. This is Rohit Chaudhary and today we are going to study the phylum Mollusca. In the previous lecture we have studied about phylum Arthropoda, but in this lecture we are going to study the second largest phylum, that is phylum Mollusca. This phylum has nearly 60,000 species. And some members of this phylum have lived for about 500 million years. The members found in this phylum are found in freshwater, marine water, or they can be terrestrial or semi-terrestrial like phyla. So let's start phylum Mollusca. Phylum Mollusca. सबसे पहले हमें पता होना चाहिए कि इस phylum का नेम मोलस्का क्यों रखा गया. मोलस्का इसलिए रखा गया क्योंकि जो मेंबर्स पाए जाते हैं इस फाइलम में उनकी बॉडी और वी कैन कॉल स्किन, द स्किन इज वेरी सॉफ्ट. स्किन इज सॉफ्ट. दैट्स व्हाई द मेंबर्स ऑफ दिस फाइलम आर कॉल्ड मोलस्क्स. The first feature under phylum Mollusca is this is the second largest animal phylum. The second feature is mollusks are terrestrial. That means they can be present on land, aquatic, found in water, that could be marine or freshwater, and they are having an organ system level of organization. Right from Platyhelminthes we are studying that the members are having organ system level of organization. The next feature under phylum Mollusca is they are bilaterally symmetrical. Bilaterally symmetrical means their body can be divided into two equal halves. If the axis is passed right from the center of their body, then the body can be divided into left half and right half. And they are triploblastic. Triploblastic means all the three germ layers will be present, namely outermost ectoderm, middle mesoderm, and the innermost endoderm. And they are coelomate. That means true cavity or internal space is present, that is coelom is present, and they are having schizocoelom. The next feature is body is covered by a calcareous shell. Calcareous shell से covered होगी body. Alright, कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट से बना होगा और बॉडी अनसेगमेंटेड है, कोई भी सेगमेंट्स प्रेजेंट नहीं होगी और एक डिस्टिंक्ट हेड होगा जो कि क्लियरली विजिबल होगा, एक मस्कुलर फुट प्रेजेंट होगा और एक विसरल हम्प. ऑल दीज थ्री पार्ट्स वी आर गोइंग टू सी इन द अपकमिंग डायग्राम. द नेक्स्ट फीचर इज ए सॉफ्ट एंड स्पॉन्जी लेयर ऑफ स्किन फॉर्म्स अ मेंटल. एक सॉफ्ट और स्पॉन्जी लेयर होगा स्किन का जो कि मेंटल की फॉर्मेशन करेगा visceral hump के ऊपर. So let's study the diagram of mollusks in detail. First of all, we can see this is the mantle. This is the mantle. The orange colored this layer is mantle. And above mantle is present shell, and this shell is made up of calcium carbonate. As you know, this shell is calcareous. Alright, these are the eyes present. And these are the tentacles, and these sensory organs are present on head. Eyes and tentacles are the sensory organs, and these are present on head. So this is the head. All right, this is the most unique feature of the members belonging to phylum Mollusca. Radula. Radula is a file-like rasping organ. File-like rasping organ, and it consists of chitinous teeth. These are the chitinous teeth present, we can see. Alright, we can see a visceral hump as well, and above this visceral hump mantle is present, and above this mantle shell is present. So you should know the sequence where these are located. We can see gut. Alright, between muscular foot and visceral hump there is a gut. There is a mantle cavity which possesses gills, and these gills helps in respiration as well as excretion. This is the stomach. This is the stomach. So this is the diagrammatic view of the members belonging to phylum Mollusca. Let's have a look at the diagrammatic view of the body of mollusks. This is the outermost protective covering, which is calcareous, which is made up of calcium carbonate, and it is named as shell. It is named as shell. Okay. Inner to shell is present mantle. This is mantle. Alright. This mantle will be secreting this shell. This mantle will be secreting this shell. Alright, we can see visceral mass here. This is the visceral mass. This space is known as the visceral mass, and here lies the stomach. We can see digestive gland as well. And this is the intestine, and here lies the coelom. The coelom is true coelom. We can see gonad as well, and here lies the anus. And this is the gill. This is the gill, okay, which helps in respiration. Here lies the mouth. The mouth contains a file-like rasping organ. What? File-like rasping organ. File-like rasping. R-A-S-P-I-N-G. Okay. File-like rasping organ, which is termed as radula, and this radula has chitinous teeth. This is the crop, and this is the heart, and this is the muscular foot. The three main parts are: one is muscular foot, the second one is visceral mass, and the third one is the mantle. These are the three main parts. As we know, the shell is calcareous, that means it is made up of calcium carbonate, and the mantle is soft spongy skin. The next is gills. They help in respiration and excretion. They perform dual function. And the mantle cavity, it is the cavity present between visceral hump and mantle. And this is the most important point, that shell is secreted by mantle. The shell will be secreted by mantle. As you know, mantle is a soft spongy skin, but shell is too hard, which protect the organisms from the predators. As you know, shell is made up of calcium carbonate. So it is very much interesting that the soft spongy skin is secreting the shell. The shell can be external. Alright, mostly it is external, but it can be internal as well. Example is cuttlefish, and the shell is absent in case of octopus, and octopus belongs to class Cephalopoda. In octopus, the foot is situated on the head. Study how the formation of pearl takes place. First of all, we should know pinctada is known as pinctada. This pinctada is known as pearl oyster. Pearl oyster. Alright. So this layer is known as the mantle, and above this mantle, shell is present. This mantle is a soft spongy layer, and this mantle will be secreting the shell, which is made up of calcium carbonate. We know this shell is calcareous. Alright, whenever any particle, suppose this is an irritant or a grain of sand, it gets locked between the shell and the mantle, then what happens? The mantle cells, which are secreting the shell, they penetrate the connective tissue and they start secreting the shell material. Alright. As they start secreting the shell material, what happens? This is the formation of this nucleus. Formation of nucleus takes place. Formation of nucleus, and around this core, the pearly layers will be secreted. And after many years, this pearl grows in size as many layers are secreted outside this core nucleus. So this is how the formation of pearl takes place. And this pearl is an inside out. This pearl is an inside out shell. As we can see, the pearl formation, it occurs in between the shell and the mantle, alright, and then it is secreted outside. As we can see in this picture, this soft layer, it is known as mantle, alright. This silvery layer is known as mantle, and above this mantle is present shell, the calcareous shell, and here are the pearls. So this is how the pearl formation occurs naturally, but sometimes the pearls can be artificially formed by forcefully inserting any irritant in between the shell and the mantle. The next feature under phylum Mollusca is the space between the hump and the mantle is called the mantle cavity. As we have already seen in the previous diagram that there lies a space between the visceral hump and the mantle, and that space is referred to as mantle cavity, and in that mantle cavity feather-like gills are present. Alright, and these feather-like gills, they do perform a dual function. They have respiratory and excretory functions. The next feature under phylum Mollusca is the anterior head has sensory tentacles and eyes as well. Eyes and sensory tentacles are situated in the anterior head. The next feature under phylum Mollusca is the mouth contains a file-like rasping organ. File-like rasping organ is nothing but radula, and this radula is used for feeding. As we know, this radula has the transverse rows of chitinous teeth, and those chitinous teeth are helpful in feeding. The next feature is they are usually dioecious. Dioecious means males and female sex organs are present in the different individuals, and they are oviparous. They give rise to young ones through eggs. With indirect development means larval stages will be involved. The next feature is the circulatory system is open type. No blood vessels are present, and the organs are directly bathed in the blood, except cephalopoda. Cephalopoda is the class of phylum Mollusca in which closed circulatory system is present. That means blood vessels are present. The blood flows through the blood vessels, and the examples are cuttlefish and octopus. These examples are most important. The first one is Pila, commonly known as apple snail. The second one is Pinctada, commonly known as pearl oyster. We have already seen the picture of Pinctada, how the pearl formation takes place. The next one is Sepia, commonly known as cuttlefish. The next one is Loligo, commonly known as squid. The next is octopus, commonly known as devilfish. The next one is Aplysia, commonly known as sea hare. The next one is Dentalium, commonly known as tusk shell. And the last one is Chetoplura, commonly known as chiton. Let's have a look at the pictures of the examples that we have studied just now. This first picture is of apple snail. This is commonly known as apple snail, and the zoological name is Pila. Alright. The second picture is of Pinctada. Pinctada. We have seen how pearl formation occurs in it. Pinctada, that is known as commonly known as pearl oyster. This picture is of cuttlefish. This is cuttlefish. This is loligo, commonly known as squid. Commonly it is known as squid. The next picture is of octopus, commonly known as devilfish. This is octopus. Alright. This is Aplysia. Aplysia, commonly known as sea hare. The next picture is of Dentalium. This is Dentalium and it is commonly known as tusk shell. And this last picture is of Chetoplura. Chetoplura, commonly known as chiton. So this was all about the phylum Mollusca. I hope you all have enjoyed this lecture. Ending this video lecture on a positive note, there is a saying which says, good things come to those who hustle. Those who hustle. Alright.